Greetings, stars. We're going to go ahead and continue on with the previous reading. When I was cleaning up, I found these cards on the carpet, and this prompted me to do another reading. So what this is giving me is someone taking a chance by holding on to something that they need to release. However, for some, this King of Cups energy is the individual that feels like they need more evidence. And because of this, they're walking a tightrope. Now, in the previous reading, I talked about a water sign energy that certainly is a Scorpio. And if you feel like this is an individual that you encountered in the past, this has a lot to do with them clearing things up. However, currently, they could be juggling, making a decision, and holding on to what they feel is more suitable currently. Now, I also feel like there was some sort of confusion that caused a confrontation in the past. And due to this confusion that is associated with your King of Cups or someone else's spiritual spouse, what this is telling me is that some energy from the past also was aware of someone's whereabouts. And because they are aware of this individual's whereabouts, they are now feeling like they need to do something about what they're hearing. Now, I'm also getting, in the recent past, someone that got married and someone that felt like you would fall for anything is also intertwined in this energy. Now, there could have been some sort of competition in regards to whom is going to get this Scorpio. Now, for some, this has a lot to do with an ending. And for others, this is talking about someone that went in the direction of someone else because they felt like this individual was involved in something that takes place in the future. And because of this, you are now feeling like time stopped. Now, what I feel like is someone entered into a third party that they may be currently feeling like is their one and proposed a marriage. However, what they did not tell this individual is that they had a child on the way. And because of this, in the near future, a contract that someone started abruptly is going to come to an end. And this certainly is telling on whom all is involved and that someone that considered a relationship of convenience their one is going to end up in an upheaval. Now, because someone is in an aromatic state, that is telling me that they went from one bad situation to another. Now, if you know this third party, this is most definitely someone that lacks maturity. But not only that, they have little to offer. Now, you could currently be feeling like you don't have much to offer as well. However, if you were to stay intertwined in this energy, you most certainly wouldn't have anything to offer ever. Now, in regards to this Chariot energy, that is most certainly a Cancer. However, you don't necessarily have to be a Cancer to get this victory. This has a lot to do with your work and someone's perception of your work. And because of this, this High Priestess energy is in reverse. Now, if you are an individual that says that you are a practicing sorceress, this is talking about you coming for someone undeserving. And because of this, in the near future, something that you started is going to go through a drastic upheaval. However, if this is an individual that attempted to rectify a situation, this is clarity that something was reversed. However, at the moment, you may not be seeing signs of this. Now, I'm also getting a Knight of Wands energy fell flat on their face when they came in abruptly to rectify a situation. Now, this could be a late night B call, and because of this, someone that felt like they could have you when they wanted you was turned down. However, what I'm getting is, for some, an individual that you had a one-night stand with or an encounter that ended up in the bedroom, however, it didn't get past a liaison, came in abruptly to check on your whereabouts, and when they did so, you weren't there. Now, this certainly has a lot to do with an offer. However, what I'm getting is they were in the midst of some sort of confrontation and they felt like they would swing by your place. And because they did this in the wee hours of the morning, they are feeling like you were asleep. Now, in regards to this lover's energy that is on the fence, that is certainly telling of a soulmate and a soul tie. You weren't aware, or this individual wasn't, when they laid down with this third party, that they were also get back up with fleas. Now, this has a lot to do with an entourage and someone's secrets coming out about the energies that they chose to lay down with in the past. Now, this judgment here is talking about Gabriel coming through and blowing his horn. However, this horn was blown and no one heard it. Now, in regards to this Ten of Pentacles that is certainly on the fence, this is talking about someone's wealth. However, currently, you're not aware of whose. Now, because this Ten of Pentacles is partnered with the D and Judgment, this is talking about someone being stopped. And not only that, them experiencing some sort of issue pertaining to their health and their heart. Now, what I'm getting is, in the near future, something that someone was working on is going to be in the midst of a tower. And this is because someone chose to constantly go the other direction when they should have been moving forward. Now, for some, this Page of Cups on the fence is talking about an offer that is not equal, and this is telling that either this individual has a whole heap load of individuals' energy on them, or that they are spreading themselves thin. Now, what I also feel like is someone's going to attempt to offer you something. However, they are either in the midst of a transformation or some sort of transition that entails them going from one person to another. Now, for another individual, this is talking about someone giving an offer to several different energies at the same time with the false belief that they'll end up with someone that has more than them in the future. Ethan, show me what it is I need to see. Again, we have a whole bunch of the same type of energy. However, someone is not aware that the energy that they're currently courting is a ugly muggly. And because of that, that tells me they're on the lower vibration of a Thuman or Dimian. Now, if you feel like this is you or someone that you know, they may have came in really quickly and told you about a confrontation that they either witnessed or they took part in. And because of this, there was also some form of energy transference in the past. However, what I'm picking up currently is one of the bunch that they are currently courting is going to attempt to get them back. Now, in regards to this big payback energy that is certainly on the fence, this is talking about someone that lacks maturity and someone that is not your equal, coming in and offering you something when it's too late. However, what's going to happen is one of these individuals that is directly in the middle of this table is going to call their bluff. And this is going to happen by this individual entertaining their antics. And what this is talking about is someone laying down with someone that lacks maturity. However, it's for the purpose of paying them back. Now, for some, this could be a client, and for others, this is talking about an individual that takes risk, coming in and depositing energy onto someone that they felt did something to them. Now, in the first reading, this office energy came out, this forensic energy came out, and the rooting for you card came out. However, the rooting for you card and the forensic card was on the fence. However, this office energy was in the upright. So what this is telling me is someone that you had a dream about or someone that you know was hating on you is going to end up in a situation that they can't get out of. Now, what I feel to be true for you is this is going to be something that gets illuminated to you via media or third party. And because of this, you're going to gain clarity over everything that has been coming out in the last year. I'm being guided to end it here. Deuces. What is your name? What is your name? Sergisias Etha.